She called in and said, my son is in the hospital. I can't come in. And then you're like, well, everybody's like, you must be in the hospital because, it couldn't be some kind of, like, how are you going to go on a vacation? She figured out a way. Can you guess? I want to see what the chat can figure this out. Can you guess what she did next? I'm trying to see this.
What if her son doesn't even care?
Very funny.
Like her son's just like, what? Who?
I feel like that. Did I ever tell you that girl I went to work? I used to work for a security company, and the guy who worked, he had this like really weird. The manager was named Barry, and he had this really weird rule when he accepted a new security guard. If you went in there and said like, and this happens all the fucking time, you make a vacation plan, but you're going to look for a job in the meantime, and then they get the job and they want you to start during the vacation. Yeah. Barry never let that slide. Never. Yeah. And I remember I used to start like, I remember we hired somebody. Well, I let him go. I thought you hired somebody. Well, I had to let him go. It's like, well, they said I want them to start next weekend. They said they got a vacation next weekend. Well, why don't you, we need people. Why don't you, let them take the vacation and come back next week? Nope. Yeah. You got to put these guys in line. They'll walk all over you, Callahan. It's so stupid.
And also,
it's okay.
There's some women who use their kids as leverage as well. I've had that happen to me. I went on 2 dates with a girl, 2 dates. Yeah. And I broke it off, and she's like, "Oh, my son was really starting to like you." And I was like, "I never met your son. I never met her son. I never met her son. I never met her son."
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You think that's bad? Let me tell you this. So we get some girl in there. We finally, they were pissing and moaning about nobody wanted to work this terrible fucking job. I'm in my early 20s. We get some girl, and she seems like quasi-normal. She does have a kid, but she looks responsible. And they fucking hire her, and she tells them, here's the thing, me and my fiance, we got a vacation next week. I love to start. Can we put it away? Barry goes, no, absolutely not. And they apparently argued in the interview. It was like, I don't understand. I've been looking for a job for months. I planned this vacation. Absolutely not. You have to start when I tell you, or you can never work here. Well, he fixed his ass. Whenever the start date was, and I don't remember exactly when it was, she called in and said, my son is in the hospital. I can't come in. And then you're like, well, everybody's like, you must be in the hospital because, it couldn't be some kind of, like, how are you going to go on a vacation? She figured out a way. Can you guess? I want to see what the chat can figure this out. Can you guess what she did next? I'm trying to see this. I just want to know, what did she do next? Because now she needs the week off to get some vacation. What did she do?
Well, she faked it, right?
No. What did she tell my boss? Now, look, how long can the kid be in the hospital? How long can this be happening? She's still got to come to work. She's got to get exactly, Paul Riveter. She told my boss the kid died.
Oh, Jesus.
So we get, the guards find out. And at first, everybody was like, hey, that girl started working there? Her fucking kid got some crazy fever, and it killed him. And, that was about 20, 21. I'm like, no. So it's one of those things, so she took the week off work. She buried the kid, right? It was just, I remember it was difficult to look at her, so young. And she came into work the next week. And I guess the person that was above Barry, who worked at Johnson & Johnson, they were like, we got to see, Johnson & Johnson wants to do this. I want to send them that. And they couldn't find a place to send a flower.
Yeah.
She faked the whole fucking thing. We don't know if the kid we don't know if the kid didn't exist or he didn't, like nothing. So I think the looks freaked her out because she quit like a month later. Yeah, she just quit out of nowhere, and everybody's
not only
like,
that, usually bosses will show up at the funeral and stuff, or they want to go to the service, stuff like that.
Well, no, I think she specifically requested not to do that. That she really didn't know anybody, and she wasn't comfortable, and she just started working there. So that it made a certain amount of sense. Who's going to argue with her?
No, yeah, nobody's going to argue with that.
But it's really the most incredible thing I've ever seen done to get a job. My kid died. Now, I've called at work and I've bullshit about being sick before. I even come up with some pretty crazy fucking traffic stories to get out of fucking being late and stuff like that. But I can't even imagine. I don't know. Like fucking Joe told me he's on his like 6th or 7th grandmother dying or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not for work.
Was it the greatest grandmother in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, my grandma died. You can't use that much longer. He's 29, so like he's on this, like he says, he's on his, like, he said it in English, but I'm on my 6th nan. That was fucking funny. Can't come to work. My kid died, lols. See you next week.
Look, I'm not gonna say my mom. Listen, my mom's definitely used me to get out of work before, but she never said I died. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can only use that trick once.
Yeah, like, you know, when I was in kindergarten, I said my mom died.
How weird when you said that and you convinced him, you committed to that fucking act. Like, how weird would it have been to be on vacation during that time?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess she realized she didn't need the job that bad. I would have followed her home, fucking find out. If I'd have known that like in time, because she quit by the time, really kind of got out and then she quit. I would have followed her home. I would have like, I could imagine some kid in the lawn, mommy. I would have snitched on her, but I would have laughed. I was kind of fucked up back then. I thought that shit was funny, and it made a great story at the bar.
She probably didn't even have a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she did. Okay. Yeah, because I'm a single mother. I'm fucking.
Well, she wanted a week off earlier from. Is that what she wanted? She wanted a whole.
I forget exactly how it works. So you probably say, "Well, there's something wrong with Tommy's story." Yeah, there is. She wanted a certain day off, but it would have it would have interfered with whatever amount of. I think it was like the week after she said, "Can you start Monday?" It would have been like this: "Start Monday." Yes, but I already paid for a trip to such and such starting Saturday, next Monday. No, you can't have the job. Well, can I come back? No, you can't. Like, he was like that.
Yeah.
And most people tell him to go fuck.
Yeah.
You know, or they would, or it really worked. It was such bad management. One of two things that happened. Most people tell him to fuck. The people who didn't tell him to fuck were disgruntled right in the door. And the way he saw it was like, I got these guys in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody in line. He wasn't a leader of anything.
Those guys would probably sell him out in a heartbeat.
He got sold out and fired eventually by
exactly.
He got nailed. He got fucked. Yeah. Or he cried when he fucked. Prick. Whatever. I was all types of fucked up back then too. I faked sick and I did all sorts of crazy shit to get out of work there. Seriously, I can't even say, but that's a crazy story. Kid died. I'm sorry to sound so. Jason has passed. Can you imagine selling that lie?
Did she have to come to work looking sad and shit?
I'd smoke with her a few times. And it's like this awkward silence. We're just sitting there like, this is what it was like. Kid's dead. Wow.
This crazy weather we're having, huh?